going on, YouTubers? For ladies and gentlemen, it's the Natural Born Thriller. As I welcome you all to this TNA Wrestling review, when it comes to only premium, excuse me, when it comes to premium live events and pay-per-views. Now, when it comes to this, I think there was only one pay-per-view that happened, prior of leading up to the next pay-per-view for TNA Bound for Glory, which is going to be actually. The date is gonna be next week. Actually, I thought it was gonna be like this week, but it's actually next week. So we got a lot of time for TNA Wrestling to build up more hype for TNA Bound for Glory in Detroit, Michigan, and that's pretty much gotta say from there. What comes to that? But for this TNA Wrestling review, until we get there, what comes to TNA Bound for Glory, I gotta recap some. Some shows, at least to make up the time. Because again, I'm not gonna review a lot of the weekly TNA Impact shows because that's gonna take way too long. So what I'm gonna do, like I said before, I'm gonna go from TNA Against All Odds, Slammiversary, Emergence, Victory Road, which will lead for me to do one TNA Impact review for next week. Next week will be the Go Home Show edition, and then it will lead to Bound for Glory. And there you go. That's pretty much it. And as I do this recording, I'm 1 hour away for TNA Wrestling to come on. TNA Impact. I'm not gonna watch it live. I'll watch it another time. So, I'm not gonna do a review on that one. The one review I will do again will be next week's TNA Impact show, which will be the Go Home Show for Bound for Glory. So that being said, let's get right to it. Again, I'm not going to talk about the segments of it. Maybe for one, which is going to be later on, we'll get to that. But when it comes to reviewing, it's going to be about the wrestling matches and all. So that'll be I can speed things up and get things moving. So here we go. TNA Against All Odds from June 14th, 2024 in Cicero, Illinois, in the Cicero Stadium, and I think they're trying to market it as in Chicago. I don't know if it is or not. Didn't bother checking, but I'm not gonna even bother checking. In fact, let me do it right now since it's a highlight on here anyways. Okay, yeah, it is. So there you go. But yeah, let's get to the matches here. First of all, two pre-show matches. One involves Sami Callihan defeating Jonathan Gresham, 2 minutes and 23 seconds. And when it comes to this match, I think it was a match where Kushida got involved, and basically that ended up being a distraction for Jonathan Gresham to lose to Sami Callihan. And I can't remember, it's just last time we saw Sami Callihan. I think we may have saw him on Slammiversary, but I digress. But I didn't see the match. I also was highlights. So, and you can't really get nothing out of these two when it comes to a 2-minute match. These two could do way better than 2-minute matches. I think I've seen them have more than 2-minute matches before. And it was actually pretty solid for what I saw on TNA Impact. But Sami Callihan won because of distraction there from because of Jonathan Gresham losing. And this was when Jonathan Gresham was wearing the skull output mask without the technicals, and basically where he's ill in a way. That's supposed to be his gimmick and everything. Whatever, I don't know. It was supposed to lead to for him in the end, the end game of it all, but it is what it is, I guess. Then the other pre-show match featured the Militia, which was Felicia Edwards from the System and Marcel Senovich, who's not part of the System, by the way. They defended the TNA Knockout World Tag Team Championship. 7 minutes and 59 seconds. Basically 8 minutes. They defeated the Hex, Allison Kay, and Marty Bell. I can't really say much about this match. I don't remember if I've seen it too. I remember I saw highlights of it. That's all I can say from there. So, but they retained the tag titles. Then we had the opening show of the event for TNA Against All Odds. Steve Maclin and Mike Santana. Yeah, I remember now. Versus the Rascals, Trey Miguel and Zachary Wentz. This is when the Rascals were still heels, and this is where also CM Punk was also a heel too. But when it comes to a common enemy with with Max Santana, the Max was causing issues, was causing problems. So they had to take care of that issue and take care of that problem, and they did. 12 minutes and 51 seconds, and they won. And match was decent. What was not so decent was the next match. PCO defeated Rich Swann. This is before Rich Swann got in trouble, and he has been, sent to rehab and I guess suspended indefinitely, because of his actions that took place. Not going to get too much about that, because it's about reviewing the match itself. But he's being covered by AJ Francis, basically first class. 5 minutes and 50 seconds. I really don't remember much of the match. All I remember is I wasn't a fan of the match, didn't care for the match, and PCO wins, and there you go. That's all you need to know. Then we get to a TNA World Tag Team Championship match. 12 minutes and 36 seconds it lasted with the System, Brian Myers and Eddie Edwards, the Tag Team Champions. How it's funny that they were Tag Team Champions during that time, and here they are, still Tag Team Champions going into Bound for Glory, by the way. Even though they lost it, but we'll get to that when we get to what happened on the shows that we're going to review. But they went against the Nemeth brothers, which was Nick and Ryan Nemeth. And he had, for a reason at the time, Dirty Dongo coming out of nowhere, who's been gone for quite a while. And at the time he was called Dirty Dongo, but now he's called JDC. And which is Johnny Dirty Curtis. And he was on the side of the Nemeth brothers. Alicia Edwards at one point was with them, and then she got scored out. Moose came out, and then all of a sudden it was a swerve where Dirty Dongo turned on them because it was all part of the plan of the System, and the System gained a new member, but it wasn't official until later on. That Moose and Dirty Dongo, JDC, ended up having a match against. Can't remember who they had a match against. It was on TNA Impact. I remember they had a match, and Moose says, if they don't win, you're not part of the System, and just gonna be held to pay, for JDC. Luckily they won, but I just don't remember who they wrestled. Can't remember who it was, but I'm not gonna lose sleep for that and try to find out who that was, but in the end the System won. They retained because Dirty Dongo helped out. And all I can say is this was a better way to see JDC than what he was doing before. The whole thing of man to hate pro wrestling and blah 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 and boring ass segments and everything that he was doing. I'm glad that he was done with that. I'm glad he's done with Johnny Bravo and they completely bury Vladimir Kozlov, however his name is he's going by his real name. So yeah, that went nowhere obviously, and this was the right place for JDC. Frankie Kazarian defeated Joe Hendry in 7 minutes and 26 seconds. It was an okay match. I think Frankie Kazarian may have cheated to win. I do remember him cheating to win. I remember it was about a low blow or whatever. But either way, Frankie Kazarian won. Mustafa Ali defended his TNA X Division Championship when he was still with the company. 15 minutes and 33 seconds, defeating Trent 7. Match itself was pretty good. Ended by submission with Mustafa Ali making Trent 7 tap it out. So, and that was pretty much it. Either way, it was a good match. ABC, Ace Austin and Chris Bay defeated Eric Young and Josh Alexander 18 minutes and 17 seconds. And the match I thought was pretty decent. It was shocking to see that Eric Young and Josh Alexander losing, but at the same time, ABC needed to win because they were going after something, pursuing something, which we'll get to on next review. And there you go. Then we get to for the TNA Knockouts World Championship. It was Jordan Grace basically doing this whole open challenge thing, and who answers the open challenge from NXT? Tatum Paxley. She comes out, has a match with Jordan Grace. That I thought was pretty good, of what I saw. 11 minutes and 14 seconds. And at the end of the day, it was Jordan Grace winning the win. So, good showing there for Tatum Paxley. So, and finally, the main event. which it was a broken rules match for the TNA World Championship. 21 minutes and 32 seconds with Moose being accompanied by Alicia Edwards to defend his TNA World Championship title, who was World Champion at the time, against Broken Matt Hardy. And basically in this match, they did a lot of stuff in this match. Tables involved, chairs involved, can't remember what other women's things as well. Queen Rebecca got involved, Rebby Hardy. And yeah. But at the end of the day, it was Moose winning the match. So there you go. And I can't remember what happened afterwards. Oh yeah, I think this may have been the return of Jeff Hardy. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's what it was. Maybe my memory is drawing when it comes to TNA Impact when he made that return, maybe. But if I remember, I think this is where he returned to. Let me just double check here. Nope. There's just so many here about it, but either way, I think this was a show that Jeff Hardy was returning because we had a lot of shenanigans after the match was over, with being down on Matt and then Rebby needed help, whatever, and then somebody else came out for the help, but it wasn't enough. And then again, I'm assuming that's when Jeff Hardy's return. So, but there you go, folks. That was your TNA Against All Odds, results for this TNA wrestling review. My overall stream of the show, if I remember, I thought the show was pretty good, So, my match I didn't care for, but and basically, the PCO match was one of them. Not against PCO, but at the same time, like this storyline they do with PCO with with First Class was not really exciting me at all. And that's pretty much it, the gist of it. So that being said, if I remember, I can't remember if I gave it a 7 out of 10 or 7.5 out of 10, but I'll give it that. I will give it that indeed. I thought it was a good show. Hell, but yeah, I'll give it 8 out of 10 just in case, just to be more lenient to it. So 8 out of 10 is definitely my best thing to give it to. So that being said, folks, thank you all for watching. Till next time, which is at this is uploaded, it's gonna be another uploading for TNA 7th anniversary. So there you go. That being said, it's the Natural Born Thriller saying peace. Honestly, don't be well. Stay safe. Take care of what's going on in the world. I am out here. Ta-ta for now. Until next time, take care of yourselves and each other. God bless and take care.